Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to Backyard Buckets. Today we're going to be talking about the New Orleans Pelicans a little bit, and we're going to be talking mainly about Zion, a little bit about LaMelo. We got their AAU game from, what year was this? I think it's either 2016 or 17. But Zion and company did come out on top. However, last year, all that anybody could talk about, right, was Zion Williamson. This year, nobody's really been talking about it. So we're going to talk about all that. But first, if you are new here, make sure to like and subscribe. Liking especially really helps the video out in the YouTube algorithm. Helps us get out to other people, to newer people that have never seen our content before. And there's a better chance that we'll get more subscribers out of it. Also, subscribe if you are one of the new people here. With that being said, this year, Zion Williamson, he's actually having a really, really good season. He's only 20 years old. He's averaging 24 points, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists, which is way better than LaMelo's stat line when you compare the two. And Zion has really become a very, very good low block player, kind of like an old-fashioned power forward, almost like a Larry Johnson, you could say. He couldn't really shoot. He's by no means is a modern. He is a modern power forward. He's just not a modern stretch big like a lot of the power forwards that you see in today's game. He's only he's listed at 6'6". There was some reports that he was like 6'8" at Duke, but he's listed at 6'6". So by no means is he the tallest guy down there on the low block, but he is very strong. Obviously, got a freakish athleticism, and he can just bully other NBA players on the low block if you need him to. I've seen a lot of times the Pelicans have him catch in short corner, jab step and go dunk it. It happened to Rashawn Holmes for the Kings, I think. But the other night, he tied Blake Griffin, his record for the fewest amount of games needed to get to 1,000 points by a current day player, or by an active player. It was only 44, so 1,000 points in 44 games is pretty dang good, obviously. But this year, he's averaging 1.5 points more per game than last year. Obviously, like I said, 27 or 24 points. He's averaging an extra rebound per game and an extra assist per game. He's also raised his shooting percentage. This year, he's shooting 60% from the field and 36% from three, while last year he shot it 58% from the field, but about 43% from three. Obviously, he doesn't take that many threes, and that first game where he went 4 for 4 from three was a bit inflating to that number. But last year, Zion obviously showed a lot of potential. Pretty sure he only played 19 games, as the Pelicans were very, very cautious with his health, you could say. He looked like he had gained a little bit of weight down in Orlando. And he really didn't play that much in Orlando. A lot of Pelicans fans were upset. The Pelicans actually came into Orlando as the 8 seed. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure. Correct me if I'm wrong down in the comments. I'm pretty sure they came into the bubble as the 8 seed. Good Lord, he is chewing him out. And Zion didn't even really play all that much. Lonzo didn't play the greatest. Ingram was really the only one doing much. Of course, they still had Drew Holiday. But Pelicans fans were a little upset because they weren't playing arguably their best player, and rightfully so. If I'm a Hornets fan, if we don't play LaMelo, I'm going to be upset. I know there's the injury concerns, and you just picked him number 1 overall. You'll have him for the next 15 or so seasons as long as he stays happy. You don't want to jeopardize career trying to make the 8 seed in year 1 and probably just going to get swept by the Lakers. So, it's understandable. But still, this year the Pelicans have not been playing the greatest basketball, which is part of the reason that the hype has died down a little bit. Also, like I said, LaMelo Ball coming into the NBA, that's all the media outlets' favorite players now. It's not Zion anymore. And the Pelicans actually had jumped out to a rough 5-10 start. They were like 13th in the NBA, or in the NBA Western Conference. So obviously, if the Hornets are going to be doing better, if the Hornets are better than you, it's concerning. I'm just saying, at least we've looked great. We've looked pretty good. We're actually like the 6th seed. Melo's balling out. Terry's balling out. Gordon Hayward, they're all balling out. Let's go. Hornets Nation, baby. But back to Zion and the Pelicans. Brandon Ingram is obviously 1A, 1B with Zion when it comes to their best player, their best scorer. He's averaging 0.2 points more, so they're obviously 1A, 1B right there. But Eric Bledsoe should not have to be this team's third leading scorer, especially with all the young pieces they've got. If this team wants to be a contender, I mean, obviously Bledsoe is a good player, but he's getting old. He's 31. Lonzo should be averaging more points than him. Nickeil Alexander-Walker has provided a big boost, but they are also not playing some of their better young players either. So I mean, and obviously COVID always has messed everybody up for the most part this year. So obviously this year is not. You got to put an asterisk beside of it in a way, but also it could go both ways, because if you win, that just shows that you can win without your whole team, unless you get incredibly lucky and nobody gets COVID on your team. But that's about it. I just want to make a video talk about Zion, and nobody's really talking about him, but he's having a really, really good season. Very underrated for whatever reason. I mean, most people had him overrated. Heck, ESPN had him as the 19th best player in the NBA at the beginning of the season, and everybody thought he was overrated. Then LaMelo came in and started balling out, and now he's underrated. So I just thought that was weird. That's why I made the video. But if you enjoyed, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. Like I said earlier, it really helps us out. It'd be greatly appreciated. And if you need any help with March Madness, it's only a month away, so make sure to come back, because we've got a great formula that we're going to use to get every single pick right. 100% going to happen. Not really, but thanks for watching.